Begin at tuneslikebeard.com.
My God, you got a spell on me now. Faster, like losing my mind. Am I missing?
Good evening and welcome to the Rahim Show. I'm your host, Ricky Ali, and it is our special time of our broadcast where we discuss light talk business. I'm waiting for my uh, co-host and other to be a part of this show. But if you are watching on Facebook and YouTube, welcome to the Rahim Show. I'm your host, as always, Ricky Ali. And we are going to talk about business today. So if you're out there, if you want to hit the like button, share the podcast, and comment, we highly appreciate that. And you can also follow on YouTube as well. Just check for the name Rahim Show and subscribe. We highly appreciate that. Welcome if you're watching via Facebook and YouTube. I'm your host, Ricky Ali. And just for a short time, we are going to discuss light talk business. As always, we want to see a lot of people learn from this particular program. But I'll just recap on what uh, the importance of this program. So, light talk business is actually a program that is designed on the Rahim Show to help people understand valuable insight to assist and to guide them in creating and growing and strengthening their business for success. That is the reason why we talk about this particular program, Light Talk Business, as always, because we want to help and guide and provide guidance and assistance to people who are wanting to start business out there. So be a part of the show, and as always, we are going to appreciate your comment, your like. So if you're watching the program via Facebook and YouTube, hit the like button, share the podcast, and make some comment. We highly appreciate that. And thanks for also tuning in. Like I recap one of the importance of this program, Light Talk Business. Momentarily, my some of my colleagues are going to join this show so that we can be able to dive into what we are here for. Just for a short time, I'm waiting for them to join. But in the meantime, I'm going to play you some business advice from some successful business people like Warren Buffett and other people. So stay tuned.
The best advice to a small business owner, or for that matter, to a large business owner, is never stop thinking about how to delight your customer. Not to satisfy your customer, but to delight your customer. And when you wake up in the morning, start thinking about it. During the day, think about it. At night, think about it, and then dream about it. And no company's ever failed that had millions of delighted customers. And you start with them and you get them one at a time.
There's no substitute for hard work. The best time you're ever going to have is when it starts out just you, and it'd be great if it grows into a wonderful, big, profitable company. But you're never going to be happier and more satisfied than you are in the first year or so of getting your business going, because you do every single thing. You sweep up when everybody goes home. You're the first one in. You plug in the coffee pot, so when your people come in, they have hot coffee and can get straight to work. You work through lunch, set an example for them, but there's no substitute for hard work. People say luck, yes, but the harder you work, the luckier you get.
My advice to a small business owner or any entrepreneur would be not to be discouraged if the business you end up with is not the one you started out to pursue. Because so often you encounter difficulties, you encounter failures, and the important piece is to learn from each of those very quickly and to pivot and to move on to the idea that works.
Of course, you have to be close to your products, close to your customers, and think about them. That's the most important, but don't forget to think about your business, what your plans are, what you want to do next, how to take your business to the next level. Again, think about being in your business, but think about your business as well.
My best advice is to really work hard to clarify what your purpose is and be able to articulate that, be able to communicate it in a simple sentence. And the reason that's important is as you bring people into your company, I think the most important question you ask them is, why are you here? Why do you want to join this company? And if you hear that purpose back, if you hear that passion around that purpose, it makes everything a whole lot easier. Any skill can be learned and taught, but passion cannot.
Being an entrepreneur can be a roller coaster ride at times. You will have great days, you will have not so great days. You may even from time to time have an awful day. You've got to stay focused and stay level-headed and keep your feet on the ground.
Companies that do well at some level, even though it may not be written down on a piece of paper, need to have kind of a clear strategy of why they're different, why they're adding value, why they're producing something special that customers need and that they're not getting now. So I think if there's a clear sense of strategy and you can get all the people aligned around that, then you get a lot more power than if you're just scrambling and working harder and harder and without that clear direction. So that's my one piece of advice.
Wow, that is so interesting. You heard from some of the business experts and engineers that giving their own advice on the issue of business. If you are joining via Facebook and YouTube, welcome to the Rahim Show. I'm your host, Ricky Ali, and I'm actually waiting for my co-host and also one of our guests who I can call him guest because he's been on the show before. He would join momentarily as well. Or Tayshiot B. Gidman. He's a real estate investment consultant. He's going to be part of the show to share his own perspective when it comes to the real estate investment. But if you are joining, hit the like button, share the podcast, and be a part of the show. We highly appreciate that. So we want to go into some things that we have here about like I said, this particular laptop business is actually designed to just provide insight guide to people who want to start up business, people who want to start afresh. So this program is actually designed to help them, give them the insight and the guide and assist them in starting the business. So we're going to go through some important things here. Business play a lot of crucial role in the economy. One of the reasons why you see more business when they are established, they create job opportunity because if more business become a larger, obviously the government will not employ everybody, but because of these businesses, they themselves they hire people, so it helped to actually create some sort of work in the economy. So we're going to go through. I said business played a crucial role, like I said, in the economy by providing goods and services. It's also play a role by creating job opportunity, driving innovation. It also contributes to society by supporting communities and promoting social and economic development. So once you have a business, these business play a major role in the economy because they help to reduce the issue of unemployment and help to create a lot of innovation for the country. So business play a lot of crucial role. So one of the reasons why you see benefit business rather makes a lot of benefit is because of these reason that I'm about to really provide. Okay, hold on one second. I think I have somebody, John. Okay. All right, friends of Bala, you want to switch your phone into a portrait mode so that you can fit in there. Friends of Bala, you on mute, please. You are muted, Francis. You are muted. All right. All right. That's good. Yeah. All right. Okay. That's good. That's good. Welcome. Welcome. Well, folks, we have Francis Pala, one of the co-hosts. Thanks for tuning in. If you're on Facebook and YouTube, welcome to the Rahim Show. We just for a quick time talking about business, and momentarily we have Altatius B. Gilman, John, to share his own perspective as a real estate, private real estate investor, and let's say investment consultant. So, like I was saying, one of the reasons why business is so important and some of the benefit you can get from business is business offer numerous benefit to individual society and economy as a whole. Here is five important reasons why it is the business is established and the benefit that it gives to society and the economy at large. So job creation, like I said, when you have a good business, they provide job opportunity for more people. So businesses create job which help people earn a living and improve their standard of living. They provide employment opportunity for workers of all levels of education and experience, like I said. Once you are into business, business provide the opportunity for people so that they can depend on government all the time. That's why you see a lot of people get into business because why? Once you get into business and the business grow over time, you decide to have a lot of people working with you. A lot of people who don't have joy, you can assist them with the opportunity so that you can better up their standard of living. So another reason why business is so important and the benefit it gives economic growth. Business contribute to economic growth by generating revenue, investing in research and development, and creating new markets and industry. This, in turn, stimulates economic activity and raises the standard of living for everyone. Like I said, one of the benefits you get from business when business is, done, they provide what we call economic growth. Because the more business you have, the more revenue the business generate, and then these businesses are paying taxes to the government. So government get more money that they can be able to help and take care of all of the situation. Another reason is innovation. So business drive innovation by developing new products, services, and technologies that improve our quality of life and create new opportunity to growth and development. A lot of big companies today provide a lot of like you got and Bill Gates and other people who are millionaires, and they create a lot of businesses, different innovation that create a lot of opportunity for people and improve the economy as well. So you have competition. One of the reasons why you see people join the business is sometimes competition, and you want to compete with other people. There are a lot of people who sell the same product. Somebody is selling the gene triazole and another person is selling the gene triazole. It's a competitive business, but yet these business are competing with each other, but people are still managing them and doing well. So competition between businesses promote efficiency and innovation, which can lead to better products and services. Because if somebody bringing a certain grade of product, obviously when they notice that that product is not doing well, they will create, will go and get a better product so that they can compete with somebody who have this and share the same product. So that's the reason. And the most important reason too, the last one, which is the last one, consumer choice. One of the reasons why people want to get in business because people need a lot of things. You and I want to buy gene triazole, want to buy this, we want to buy that, we want to buy this. So all of those things are very important. Let me see, somebody have John. Okay, we have Altatius. Okay. Good evening, sir. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks. Yeah, I was just talking about you. It's good to have you today. So, uh, you know, I, I was trying to recap the reason why we have this particular program called Light Up Business. So I was saying that this program on this particular show is actually designed to help people understand the valuable insights and to assist and guide them in creating and growing and strengthening their business for success. Because we are talking about business, and you being a private real estate investor, I know you're going to share your perspective momentarily, and we have so many questions to ask you how we can dive into real estate investing. So, welcome, Otasius and B. Gilman. It's good to have you. And if you are watching the show via Facebook and YouTube, thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button, share the podcast, and if you want to be a part of the show, we highly appreciate that. Momentarily, we'll share the number so you can call and share your perspective. So, welcome, Otasia. We are waiting for the other co-host John, and other people that I invited as well. So I would just dive into the importance of business, how business create an opportunity and provide job for because a lot of people might not. Government can provide job for everybody. So that's why you have, and the businesses boom the economy because these businesses pay taxes to the government, and then they create job opportunity. These job opportunity also people work, and their standard of living improve because if somebody decides, oh, I'm working with a company and I'm making almost 50,000 a year, I feel okay because what? I feel satisfied with what I'm making. I can possibly work with government, but I'm working with a company. So business help, I provide economic growth as well. And we're talking about competition because there are a lot of times people join into business because of competition. You see, two consumer, let's just selling the same things, and then one consumer noted that the product is not really going, so they go for a higher standard because they want to compete so that more customer they can drive more customer to their business. Then we talk about consumer choice. Consumer choice is that you and I, desire to buy something. When we go somewhere like you would talk about husband. If I went to a says a home and then I look at five different home, and these are consumer choice, right? Because you being the owner or the person who is selling that property, you want somebody to take your property, so you create that unique selling proposition so that people can go and buy your product. So we're talking about we talked about that earlier too. So another thing is, another thing I want to point out here when you are starting a business, these are things that you have to take into consideration. So starting a business can be a complex process, but it can be broken into few key steps. You have to develop a plan. And the business you want to do, you have to develop a plan. What is your plan? Because if you don't have a plan, you most likely can make a mistake, because you don't want to just jump and say, oh yeah, I want to get in business. You don't even study the market. You don't even know what is going. You don't even know what the consumer out there need. So you have to drive a plan. You have to have a plan. Develop a plan. A business plan is documented that outline the detail of your business, including the business idea, target market, financial projection, how many money, all the things are in the business plan. Because you got to know your target market. Who are you going to sell these products to? And what is your financial projection? And then also you got to look at let's say your marketing strategy, because if you don't have a strategy, when in Liberia there was a company called Labor Cell. I think, for instance, you are aware of Labor Cell, right? So, for instance, you're on mute. So, Labor Cell is a company that were competing with Lone Star, and Cellcom. So they never had a good strategic, management, for which I believe the data natural depth. Strategic management is very important because these are people who are planning ways to see how best your business can gain a competitive advantage. So for that reason, if you don't have a good strategic, management and a team, your business can die a natural death. Because why? These are people who put idea together. They want to see the business expand. They want to see you gain certain competitive advantage when it comes to the consumer market. But if you don't have good strategic team, obviously, and I think Francis can relate that company never succeeded. Today we don't have liver cell anymore. I don't know whether they still have it, but I believe because of some failure in the strategic management, they died a natural death. So it's very important to have a strategic strategy. It is a good idea to do through our research, create a detailed plan before you start a business to help ensure its success. If you don't have a detailed plan, you cannot succeed. You cannot succeed. And another thing, you got to choose the business structure. How do you want a business to be structured? Who do you want to add to be somebody that will assist you in the process? So you got to have the structure, and that structure constitute. You will need to decide how you want the structure of the business to be. You want to know what type of, if it is a retail management, you got to look at the area, the location, all those things. You got to study these things. And then another thing you have to take into consideration, if the business need to be registered, you have to register the business, because you don't want to have a business that is operated illegally. You want to have a business that is very legal, and you are registered register that business, and you obtain. If you don't have much money, there are times you can take loan, but then you got to consider the interest rate. If you have your own money, it's always good to start your business with your own money, and gradually be consistent, you will grow. But if you want to have a bigger business, obviously you have to obtain finances, where you will go and obtain money from, the bank or some kind of financial institution. Then the last thing here is you must launch, and market your business. You got to launch and market your business. How do you launch them? You don't have to do too much advertising. Advertising is good, but these advertising agencies make a lot of money because why? They just create selling name that will, trick up buyer to just come to your business for a few while, and then they don't. People get tired, with business. People get tired with a product, and then they start to go because one of the main important thing is you have to retain the customer you have. So it's very important. So I just wanted to point out some of these things. But Otishas, welcome to the show. If you are joining the show, this is the Rahim Show, and we are talking laptop business. We have a private real estate investment consultant who is with us, and we are going to go through some of the discussion. So I know the last time we had this show about the issue of buying houses, and you give a lot of good advice. Even a friend of mine had called me and said, "Oh my man, I really enjoy the fellow who are in your studio, giving some of the information. The information are very helpful." So I just want you to give a recap. Why is it important that when you are buying a house, you have to take into consideration several things? Otesha, thank you.
Yeah, first of all, let me say thank you very much. Can you guys hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Yeah. So for those who will listen to this program in Radio Land, my name is Octavius. I'm Bestman Gilman. Residing in Detroit, Michigan. Um, yeah. Look, like I always say, to put it out there, I'm not a good English speaking guy, person. So I want you to please and forgive me for that. But when it comes to mouth, then that's a whole different topic. So um, when it comes to business, more especially, I don't speak about things that I don't know.
Yeah, Otesha, let me make one thing clear, right?
Yeah.
We do understand, nobody is a professional English person here, but we can understand you well. And I just want you to make, to have that in mind that you do a fantastic work when you speak. So we all know that. And this is a platform where we support any kind of, English, because I, grew up with people who don't even know how to speak, so I know how we should really, we all have that, point where we can express ourselves, with big terms or so. But this platform is for anyone. So have your peace and, go ahead, brother.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I don't speak about things I don't know. Just for the record, I don't have a degree or went to my university or college to do this. No, I self-taught. I surround myself with people in the business and those who are more successful. So, and I spend a lot of time online. I spend a lot of time investing in myself. When I say investing in myself, people who were doing the job, and at the same time, um, and surround myself with them and make sure. And because this is what I wanted to do, and I never wanted to work for them in the country, so I wanted to go into this. So I invested a lot of resources into this. Yeah. So I'm not a real estate agent. A lot of people get that confused. I'm a private real estate investor. Just for the record, this program, and I'm not making money from it. I'm not. Um, you, if you need my, it's just for education purposes. So I just want to put it out there.
Yeah, thank you. And we all are not making money on this platform. We here to just provide education. When we have somebody who is out there to help, bring up, some sort of, change in our society, then some sort of, assistant in, making the, rational decision when it comes to investment. So we appreciate your presence here as always, Octavius. Thank you very much for that, for making that clear. So let's go strictly to some of the things. You know, uh, somebody would say some real estate investment comes with risk. Like you want to invest into real estate, right? But it comes with risk because there is a probability that in business as a whole is a risk oriented things that when you make the decision. So someone would say some real estate investment comes with risk. So doing my homework would be crucial, and equally important. But it's also important to learn about what you want to do, because if you want to go into real estate investment, you have to learn, more about what you want to, get into. So my question is, is it important to start real estate investing with a small amount of money?
Um, you can you can invest in real estate with no money. So
Can you elaborate on what you mean by investing in real estate with no money? So then from there you can answer the question with a small amount. Thank you.
yeah, um, you can you please come again? You say can I what?
Yeah, I was asking, sometimes more folks want to get into real estate, but business as a whole is risk oriented. So
Mhm.
one would say, okay, I want to get in real estate. Okay, I have this money, but the probability of me getting in there, maybe in the mind, I might say, oh, I don't want to put my money somewhere where I will lose or so. That's how more people think, for which they are scared, because the thing here, it comes with risk. So my point is, can somebody start real estate even if they have much money, but they want to start with a little? And then you said that you can also start real estate without money. So I wanted you to elaborate on what you mean by starting real estate, investment without money, and then answering the question that if you want to start real estate investment with small amount of money, how possible it is.
Yeah, it is possible, 100%. And first of all, look, every business come with risk, but when it comes to real estate, these are the first thing I teach in my classes that you should consider. Um, um, Even a lot of people don't know that buying your house, your residential home, is a risk, and 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 these are critical investment, right? That you're making, and that will affect your life, that will change your life. And a lot of time, most of us, those of us that are from outside, even people in this country don't do their own due diligence to come and know to really sit down and digest exactly what they're going into. A lot of people buy houses, what I noticed, based on emotion, jealousy, and envy, and peer pressure. And oh, I just got a degree, so I'm gonna buy a house. I just got a raise, I'm gonna buy a house. My parents is coming from Africa, I'm gonna buy a house. I just got married, I gotta buy a house. I got new baby or kids, I gotta buy a house. And I just filed taxes, I got a little bit of money from somewhere, I gotta buy a house. Oh, I went to the housewarming party, I saw my friend's house. I gotta buy a house. I got a RN lesson. So people buy houses in this country based on these things, but they really don't even know the level of responsibility and risk that they're getting themselves into. So when I say that you can buy a house in this country with little money, you can get into the business, is really 100% accurate, because what one um you can buy a house with no money, like you can use creative finance. But how many people know about creative finance? um um and you can buy a house using seller finance. How many people know about that? You can buy a house in this country using and
Could you explain creative finance and seller finance? Because I mean, a lot of people out there who watching the show might want to know what all of these things mean. Because like I said, this show is meant to provide education for people out there and making rational decision when it comes to investment. So can you elaborate more on these things that you just mentioned, please?
okay, so let me give you a couple of things how you can buy houses in this country. I will just go straight to creative finance. So you can use creative finance, seller finance, you can use horse hacking, and you can use wholesale. So let's go to creative finance. Creative finance where you can use without no money. One, and you can use creative finance to buy anything in this country, on this planet, anything. So, for example, so let me just go straight to the house. Now, Sam want to buy a house, and he said, "Octavius, look, I, I, I just came, and I don't have money, man, but I want to be, I want to own a house." I said, "Okay, Sam, you know what? Pay me my fees, $1,500, and for 1 hour, I will show you how you can buy a house in this country using creative finance." Sam said, "Okay." So the first thing is you go and look for a property. I will go on the MLS. MLS is a website where a lot of investors go. And like if you want to buy a house and Sam want to buy a house right now, the first player will go that on Google, and then it will send y'all to Zillow. That's why everybody know. But if I would tell Sam pay me, I go on the MLS. So that way you got all these million of houses in this country that next door to you that you don't even know that people are selling. So what we'll do is we'll go look for people that going through pain. One thing you have to consider that the first thing you want to look for people that going through pain. Pain can be they moving because of the job and the relocation, divorce, parents die, man die, husband die, wife die. So many reasons, but they the husband. Then the second thing is how long the husband. You want to look for houses that been on the market for almost close to 6 months plus. So and then they took it off. Now all these houses there. So I found a house that I would say I go look on the MLS. I will put that seller finance or owner finance. It will come out. Then I look at how long the house been on the market. It has been on the market more than 5 months. That's the kind of house that I'm looking for. That's the kind of people that are looking for, because why? They're going through pain. Because one, the house been on the market for more than 5 months. They paying the mortgage from their pocket. It causes them pain. And so now I will go to them and say, Rahim, your house is going for $300,000. I like to buy a house. I want to buy this house. Um, um, can I offer you? Are you selling the house? You say yeah. I say there are certain things I want to listen to, or I want to hear, and I will ask you. I say, are you still paying mortgage on this property? You say yes, and 9 out of 10, a lot of them are paying mortgage on it. So if you say yes to me, ready, bingo, and then I will ask you, you don't mind if you, I know if you can tell me how much you're paying on this property. Maybe you say, oh, you know what, I paying 1,500 for example. So okay, but you know what, Rahim, it has been on the market for 6 months. I will give you, understand that. You told me that the house is $300,000. I said, Rahim, I will give you 350. But can you um can you give me terms? The first thing you will be like, what do you mean by term? But I said 300,000, and you said you're gonna give me 350. And the first thing that will come to your mind, I said yes. I give you $50,000 extra, but can you give me the terms? So what do you mean by terms? I said, can I make a payment? You be the bank. You be your own bank. So now you see right there now, what I just did for you now is
So let me add a point to that, right? Is it associated with the thing called rent to own? Because it's like you telling
no,
somebody say,
no,
okay, go ahead.
yeah. So it's not. It's a whole different thing. So
Okay.
you see. So now the reason that a lot of people do seller finance is buy credit. Anytime you hear out there and people say you can buy a house with no credit and no job, no credential. Credential mean all the paperwork that your regular bank will ask you for to buy a house.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
um, 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 all those things. You and you kind of putting everything aside. So now I tell you, say, you know what? Rahim, I will give you the 350, but you're paying 1,500 a month. I will offer you $2,000. But yeah, is it Rahim? I would give you, it's not 30 years. Give me between 7 to 10 years. I will pay the house off. What I did for you right there is I make you to think on a lot of things. One now.
Yeah.
The money is not coming, that 1,500 starting from that month. It's not coming from your pocket. You already been paying it for 6 months. I already provide you now additional $50,000.
50,000, yeah.
At the same time, I explained to you how it's benefit you to sell the house to me, for you to carry this bill, for you to be your own bank, or what it calls seller finance.
Okay.
And I want you, what I'm saying right now, I want anybody like listen to me, including you and my brother Sam, can check this out online right now. If I'm wrong, anybody, y'all can check it out. And then after that, I will say, "Boy, you know what?
Mom, I need your cell phone so I can
Hello,
make
Betty, Beauty, rather, Beauty, uh, Josephine. Well, you got a little noise in your background. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
And also, can you put your phone? Can you put your phone on a portrait mode, please? Just turn it in a way that it would fit in the layout, please. Uh, are you there?
yeah." So
Okay.
yeah, so now I provide you with all these benefits. And the first thing will come to your mind, and I'm telling you, Ryan, you're not paying no sales tax, no huh?
Beauty, I got somebody talking for now. So, yeah, can you? Yeah, we can hear her. Can you put your phone in portrait mode so it can fit in the layout, please? Like this, turn it like this, please. And then also, when I will try to introduce you when, let's say, Hortensia, Big Game is on the floor, please. Yeah, yeah. Just turn it on the other side like this. So you're being a landscape, yeah, landscape, yeah. And then it's gonna fit in the layout. Yeah, well, let me tell folks out there, if you are joining the show, this is the Rahim Show. I'm your host, Ricky Ali, and I've been joined by my co-host, Princess Parlin.
cannot hear anything.
You can hear us?
It is up.
You're not hearing up? All right. If you can go back, or if you can go off and come back on, then we highly appreciate that, because we want to continue with the show, please. Can you go back off and come back on? Yeah. Turn off the let's say turn off and come back on, please, because we want to continue with the show. Josephine?
Hi, Reiki. I'm here, but I cannot hear anyone.
Yeah, we're hearing you, but we're hearing
I
you.
can hear you.
Okay, so you have to allow your mic so when you.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, okay. Can you go off and come back on, please?
She
Yeah,
can't hear
because
you.
See, my volume is all the way up.
She said she can't hear you.
I'm trying to find a way to chat so you guys can show me what to do or tell me what to do, because I cannot hear you
If
at
somebody
all.
just get off
all
and
right,
call her.
okay. Send me a message. Send me a message. Send me a message.
She said she can't hear you, Rick.
Okay, let
So
me
I'm
try this.
gonna stop and then
Let me
come
s-
back
let me.
on, if that's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Let me send her a message. Let me send her a message. Let me see. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry about the interruption. Sorry. Yeah,
Look,
go ahead.
there you go. So now I provide you all those things that because you going through this problem about your house being on the market. So, and your house being on the market for more than 6 months, you're going for 30,000, I mean $300,000, and nobody will give you that price, and for that $300,000. They will always want to bid you down to 250, 240, like that. So I'm coming in and be like, we're gonna keep your $300,000, but we're gonna give you additional 50. So right there, it gives you some kind of cushion where you can be like, oh, you know what? I will make more money because I'm giving you all the benefit. Seller finance is really good. It help both they set up, and at the same time it help the buyer. And most investors do that because there are a lot of people in this country that are going through pain, and that are going through different problems. So we do that a lot, and I also teach that in my classes online. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for that. I'm trying to help her in a way that she'll be able to come out so she can be able to hear her. But thank you for that information. For our viewer out there, if you're watching the show, this is the Rahim Show, and I'm your host, Ricky Ali. I'm being joined by my co-host, Francis Pilot. And also we have a private real estate investment consultant join us. He's been on the show before. Otisha B. Gilman. He's here to share his own perspective when it comes to investing in the private investment, let's say, area. So let me go ahead to one of the questions. Some of the things you just mentioned, are very important, and I hope our viewer out there are taking note of some of these very, educated, information. And you can also follow him. His show, he come up with a show on Facebook called The Community Class. Very educated, educated show that he provide a lot of good information about the real estate investment and how to purchase her, and what are some of the advices you can be able to follow so that you can be misled because you want, out of flamboyancy, you want to just get a house or so. So it's not something to discourage anybody who have money to buy a house, but it's just an education to provide, very important information to people who wanting, to get into real estate investment or to buy the house. So one of the questions I have for you here is, I know, like some of the things you point out here, they are very important, but someone would say, okay, the first step in determining, if the real estate investment is good idea for you is by weighing the pros and cons, right? Most of the time, if you don't weigh the pros and cons, if you join into real estate investment, you might, because like we said, it's a race-oriented stuff, and you don't want to get into real estate investment, and then you don't consider the race, because there are times you might break even, because of the money you invested or so, but it's all part of the business. So, what are the pros and cons that one should weigh before getting into real estate investment?
Yeah, to make it simple, the risk is like any other business that you're doing. But when it comes to real estate, it's one of the safest place where you can put your money. Or I would advise anybody to invest their money if they're thinking about investment. Because when you look at it and even check it out online, 90% of successful people in this, or business people or working people, are investing their money in real estate. So you ask yourself, but hold on, why all these guys that are investing in this one thing? I'm not saying that it's stock, everything is not good, but it's a 50-50 when it comes to stock. But real estate is a guaranteed money. I mean, you will sometimes lose, but at the same time, it's the same thing that you would do in any other business. But real estate is a steady income. It's solid. It's a place where it's guaranteed, and that's why you find majority of millionaires, and are doing good. And anybody, the market is just there. And it's a unique club. But the thing about it is they make people afraid, and that's the strategy from the business industry. And I understand why they do that. So when you say, you would think, oh, I don't have money, to buy it, and no, but you don't need that much. And sometimes you can use other people's money. It's called OPM. And so it's very easy, but you just got to be disciplined.
Yeah.
Yeah. You you just have to be disciplined, to get into the and it's not hard.
Yeah, I love the
I
way
mean,
you know. Yeah, go ahead,
like
Francis.
so far so good. From the first show we had, where we're talking about the real estate, and also today, for everything I've heard from you, everything that I've learned from you, real estate, I think, is a really lucrative venture. And everything I've learned from it is when you're considering investing in real estate, I think it is really good to get into it for the right reason,
Yeah.
not just because someone is trying to do it or someone in your church, your neighborhood, someone house you went to, you saw a very beautiful, you were like, oh, I'm going to buy my own house. And then if you get into it for the right reason, and if you really prepare for it, it should be a gainful venture. I feel like.
Yeah, I think, Francis. Okay, let me. That was just a question I was just about to ask. But let me let
Okay.
our folks out there. If you're joining the show, this is the Rahim Show, and I'm your host Ricky Ali, being joined by my co-host Francis Pallet, and also we have a private real estate investment consultant, Otasia B. Gimon, is with us to share her perspective on how you can, invest in the real estate sector. So we are, happy to have you. Hit the like button, share the podcast, and thanks for tuning as well. So my question here, and with respect to what Francis was saying, which is a very good, idea in, because real estate, what I noticed is is a very good area to really invest. But one of the things I want to ask is, somebody will ask, okay, you are saying all the good things you want me to, take advantage of somebody's opportunity to get into real estate investing. But my question is, what do I need before getting into the real estate investing? What do I really need before getting? Somebody who is watching, who flip through Facebook, might want to know, what do they really need before they can get into the real estate investment?
And that's a pretty good question. And at the same time, I would just ask them, are you comfortable working for somebody? If their answer is yes, stay where you are. If your answer is no, what do you want to do? Do you want to do a business? Yes. Okay. What type of business you want to do? Oh, I want to get into real estate. You want to get into real estate business? Do you know there are a lot of different pieces when it comes to real estate investing? If you say yes, then I will begin to go straight into it. Okay, these are the things that you have to consider. These are the kind of things. But when I say real estate investing, is you can invest in real estate without doing the dirty work that me. You can invest in real estate and just be um a wholesale, and you can invest in real estate and become the um high money landlord. You can, and to be a high money landlord, you can be a private landlord, you can be, you know all those things, and at the same time invest in real estate. So um one thing is, you have to want it. You have to want it. And I can just say get into this business just because you want, you know you see somebody and buying houses and making money, so you want to do it. No. Do you ready? Is that something you really want? Is this the particular business that you want to do? If the answer is yes, then I would say surround yourself with people. Don't just get into it. Go online, read, attend meetup, all these type of things, but surround yourself with somebody who doing it. Like for example, there are a lot of Liberians who own maybe one or two houses and renting it, but they make a lot of mistake in that process. One, they buy the house in their name and they go and rent it to the neighborhood or to their friends, and in the neighborhood to their friends and things. You forgetting to know it's wrong, because why? It's not supposed to be in your name. And so they just do that, and they say, oh, you know what, I want to get into the business, and they go buy a house. You don't even know if that state is a landlord friendly.
Okay, so yeah, that's a pretty good, point you're trying to. But what is the risk associated with somebody buying a house, and owning the house in the name, but yet because they want to make more money out of that house and they rent it to somebody else? So can you better, say something to that?
Thank you. That's a pretty good question. And just look at this as any other business you get in your name. So the reason why we advise people to go to register
Uh,
your business.
Artisha, just give me a moment. I know you asked Josephine. Josephine, can you hear her now?
Yes, I can hear you guys now.
Okay. Can you turn the phone to let's say a landscape mode like this, make the phone so you can fit in the in it. Can you turn the phone on the other side like this, so you can fit in the
No, this way.
yeah, turn the phone on the other side like this, like
Oh no.
the flyway.
My
No,
phone
no, just put the phone, like it alone that they just make it a day, then you still see yourself. That's what I'm saying.
yeah, but I did that and then look how it turned.
No, so no. What you
No,
need
you
to do
just
is,
So
you got
rotate
an
it.
Android or iPhone?
I have an Android.
Oh no.
Okay. So once you kind of go up there and like roll your finger over the phone screen,
Uh-huh.
the way you can connect your data,
Yeah.
you will see something that say portrait.
Portrait, yep. Portrait right here.
yeah,
Once you click on it, then it will say
okay,
auto
she already
rotate.
there. She already there.
Okay.
Now you can see it, right? You already there. You
You see
just need to
the
put the
auto
phone.
rotating?
Oh, okay, now you're good. It's in portrait already. Oh, you
Is
turn it
it?
back. No,
No.
you
So once
yeah,
you click on that portrait, it will highlight the auto rotate.
yeah.
Auto
So hit on
rotate.
the
Okay.
portrait, yeah,
And then you lay the phone on the side, then it will
yeah. Thank you for that education, Francis. So
Thank you, Francis. Okay,
okay,
there we
okay.
there
go.
you go.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Now you see you fit in the layout. Yeah. So yeah. Sorry.
I'm a just a side piece. I'm an Android user. I've been using Android all my life. Never use
That's
never use iPhone.
and
we
it's
are the
good.
we are the iPhone people. We love iPhone, so we're still
Okay.
we'll visit Android one day, but we love
I was
iPhone.
with
Go,
iPhone for 10 years.
yeah,
I'm no
go
longer
ahead,
an
Mr.
iPhone
Gamer.
user.
I will introduce you later on, but let the man complete what he was saying. Go ahead,
Okay.
and yeah.
Yeah. So I lost my train of thought. What's the question again, please?
No, my question was you were saying, somebody shouldn't buy their own house,
Oh, okay, yeah,
in a
okay. So
need. Yeah. So I
yeah,
was saying,
yeah,
yeah, okay, yeah, that's
yeah,
what we're
okay,
saying. Okay.
yeah. So I got it. Yeah. So do not put your business all in your name. Let me just put it this way. So now, if you want to do this, what you do is you register your business, get an LLC. It's a
What is LLC? Yeah.
The LLC protect you is an insurance form of
Okay.
insurance,
Okay.
limited liability. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
and your company. Yeah.
Okay.
So what they do is you go right now and you own a house in your state that the house was cheap for some reason you bought it, you use your money and the deed is in your name. So and you go and rent the house. If John Brown fall down in the bathroom or during the snow or for whatever reason, if he or she sue you, they suing Rahim. They suing you personally because why? That building is in your name, you know. So but if you were to put it in an LLC,
So hold on one second. Can you put your phone in the turn it in the let's say the turn it the other way, please.
Yeah, hold on. This thing is giving me problem. I don't
The
know.
landscape. Turn in the landscape. I'm not talking about you, Josephine. I'm talking about I think Lena.
I'm good, huh? Okay.
No, the
I'm trying so hard with this thing. Please pardon me. I'm
yeah,
gonna
no
get it.
problem. No problem. Okay. All right. Go ahead, brother. You're saying something. Yeah. Go ahead.
yeah. So if they sue you, they suing Rahim. And because why? Rahim house is in his name. But if Rahim was to put they register his business in an LLC, when they they will not sue Rahim, they will sue Rahim business. It's less on Rahim like me. Okay, so I got my if you Google right now, you Google OBG Real as the developer company,
Yeah.
you will see my houses that in on that company name. It's not in my name. So any of my tenants fall down or sue me, they're not suing me personally. They're suing the company, OBG Real as the developer company. That's the advantage, and it's just a time bomb, and that's why you find a lot of business people, smart business people, never put business in their name, and I mean, it's just something that is very risky. It's a time bomb just because you've been doing it for years, and your number or your name is not put up yet. It's like death. It can happen anytime. That's how it's looking. So it's not good, to put business in your name, and more especially real estate. Always register your business, get a LLC, include that, and I mean, you can do that with any other business, barber shop, and the hair salon, all that. Never put a business in your name or register it. Get a LLC. It
Okay.
protect for
Yeah.
security. Yeah.
Thank you for that education. For some of you who are watching the show via Facebook and YouTube, I'm your host Ricky Ali, and I'm being joined by my co-host Francis Bala here, and also we have real estate, private real estate investment consultant Octavio B. Gilman, and then also we are being joined by a business lady, my own sister and friend from all the way in North Dakota. Her name is Josephine. You can call her Beauty. So she will. We want to take the time to allow her to introduce herself to the show. We are going to ask her many questions because she's a business lady and she want to be here to be able to share her own business idea and what she actually do. So, Beauty, Josephine, please let our audience know then who you are and what brings you on the show.
That's right, Ricky. I'm Josephina, commonly knew as Beauty. That's how he know me, Beauty. So what we do here is I sell replica handbags, clothes, accessories, you name it. We have shoes, socks, everything. Um, they're not original. They are definitely fake, but they're almost the same. So even if you put the real one near the fake one, you will not tell the difference. You get to have a real luxury bag. You're bougie on a budget. So you have a $2,000 bag for maybe $100 or $80, and you have your 2,000 in the 2,000 cash in the fake bag, which is almost the same, or let's say the same. We have been doing this for about 9 months now. I do have a Facebook group on Facebook. It's
Okay.
called Luxury Queens. And then I also do advertisement on my own page as well. We have
Okay.
this private group because of what we sell. We have to be careful with the
Copyright and things. I know. Yeah.
copyright and the government too.
Government. Yeah. Yeah.
So we have to make sure most of the followers, they are white people, African Americans. We have to protect the privacy of these people. So that's why we open a Facebook page. But behind me is definitely what we have for sale. They're really unique bags and clothes. And like I said, accessories. We have everything from Louis Vuitton to Gucci, Prada, you name it, Chanel for the ladies. I do have few things for men, but mostly it's all women. You can buy
Okay.
for your girlfriend, your wife, your sister, your mother. That's what we have here. And Ricky, I just want to say I'm very grateful for the opportunity given to me to showcase my business as well.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
I
I
appreciate
we
I got a
got so
question for her.
many
I got
we
a
got
question
so
for
many
her, Ricky.
questions that we
it.
asked you momentarily. Let me see. I think we have uh Lil Jonas. Yeah. Okay.
I got a question for
Let,
her, Ricky.
okay. Go ahead with your question. Go ahead with your question.
Is your business? Do you register your business? Do you have your LLC or the business in your name?
Yes, we do have a LLC. It's not in my name. My personal name is in the business name. It's the LLC,
That's
Luxury Queen slash. So me and my husband business combined together, but we have one LLC and it's underneath the same name. So yeah.
okay. So if you say you and your husband business combined together, combined, so that means that is he doing a separate? Let's say he got a shoes business and you
Yeah,
doing. Okay. So,
men
right there,
stuff.
Ricky. I don't know what type of business he's doing, but Ricky, thank God we on this show. We learn from each other. So my sister right there, I would tell her if you can ask any professional, they would tell you right there. Um, you have to look at that. because it comes with some liability. Um, like I can say my website in here, and then I'm into the real estate business, and then um, we got one LLC. No, because why? At some point, if anything happen with her, and I can't cover her, I can't
So
protect
not
her.
to cut you off, it's the same business,
Thank you.
but he just doing it because I'm a female and I know most of the women stuff. So I focus on the handbags and the women clothes, and he focused on the men's stuff, the men clothes, the men's
Okay.
shoes. But
Then the answer. Then the
we
question is done.
order
Yeah.
from the same place, it comes from the same vendor, and it's underneath the same business, credit card and whatever. So it's the one business, but we separate it because he knows more about the men and I do the women stuff.
Oh no, no. I thought
Okay.
you were doing. I thought you were doing something.
Maybe I
Yeah.
kind of confused you in the beginning too.
Yeah.
Yeah, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, rather, thanks for the opportunity here to so that we can discuss these things. And then to our viewer out there, if you're watching the show, this is the Rahim Show. I'm your host, Ricky Ali, and I want to say a welcome to our sister, Beauty Radham. I don't know why I keep missing her name, Beauty Josephine.
Beautiful. It's
So
right
it's a
there.
good thing. It's a good thing to come here. But I'm going to comment on your first, things you said. But welcome and Lolo Smith. Thanks for
Hi
coming on the
guys.
show.
Hey y'all.
And
Bye.
also, I think Lena is trying to get on the show as well. So I'm trying to help her. So that's why you see my head down. But Beauty, one of the things you said, is very, very interesting to hear that because a lot of business people, we tend to cover these things. I like your sincerity that you said, when you're explaining about the bed, because a lot of people come here, they're promoting the business, they will not be sincere or honest to say, oh yeah, the things we sell, are not, a guarantee. They are,
Authentic, yeah.
they are replica, replica. We mean,
Yeah.
you can say, yeah, that you copying something, so they are not really, guaranteed. So I like that because it's like you are already telling the customer what the product you actually sell, so that
Yeah.
they can understand before they be able to choose whatever they need, which is very important because a lot of time people don't say that. People will not say, oh, what the thing I'm selling is fake. They
Yeah.
won't be able to be honest to say that. So I'm happy that you point out that. So I have a question for you, right?
Hmm.
Uh, I know you just come into the show and we are talking about business, right?
Yeah.
So when it comes to business, right? When it comes to business, has it been a time where you buy certain product, right? Because we all want to do business too. Because somebody who might be watching want to get into the same bed business or want to get anything. So what are some of the challenges you have, being a business person? Because there are times I know you buy some things, and business is not always perfect. So
Yeah.
what are some of the challenges that you have encountered, and then that make you to really consummate those challenges to be able to press on and continue to do your business continuously? Yeah.
I would say number one is shipping, because it's not like a regular online shopping that you go and just order 2 or 3 items. It's like you're ordering hundreds of bags and clothes. So I will say shipping, because with shipping, you might get your stuff, you might not get it. It comes from China, it comes from Turkey. So you have to be very careful with shipping. And when your goods is sent back, it takes about 2 to 3 months for you to get it, and you're losing money and customers. And then, secondly, labels. So when I started first, most customers does not like a certain label. Like for example, we say Gucci, and you order personally. I like Gucci, so I probably thought everyone like Gucci bags. So you order more in your taste, and customers does not like your taste. So now you have to put that bag on discount. So as you grow, you start to study your customers, your audience, to see what is moving faster and what is selling slower. So you bring more of what they're requesting and less of what you personally think is going to go. And then the third thing is, I will say, with the pricing. With the pricing, when you're having more customers and you're like, you know what, let me increase my price $5 or $10 up, and then you find yourself losing customers because they're going to the next person real quick who is on the 65 while you're on the 75. So you have to be very careful with pricing. Pricing is the number one thing you have to be careful with this business. And pretty much everything else you will study it as you go on, as the business grow. You will find yourself doing more online stuff. You're online all the time. You're engaging with people. So yeah, it's an easy and a hard job to do as well because not every day people are buying bags. Yeah, I did lost almost $3,000 in this too.
Wow,
Yep.
wow, wow, wow. You see, it's so good that you pointed out some of the challenges and things because people out there, I for one have been in business before and I know what it means, because like we said from the beginning that if you want to get in business, you got to take into consideration. And we also have our private, investment consultant here who is providing a lot of, insight when it comes to what to invest in. So you got to consider the risk. If you don't
That's
consider the risk,
another
then
way.
don't get in business because there are times you will put your money and buy a product like you're saying. I'm glad that you point out some of the product because there is a saying that say, "What is one man meat is another man poison." Sometimes
That's right.
you might buy something of your taste, and you're thinking that maybe the next person might like it, but the person say, "I ain't like the thing or so." So you got to consider the target market. You got your people, the people you targeting. You got to consider what they really need and what they
That's
really want.
correct.
Because if you don't do that, you will buy all the bear, and the bear just be ready. It's getting
So,
old, and
yep.
nobody coming to buy it. So I'm glad that you point out these things so that people who are watching the show can be able to get educated about how to what to really buy for the customer to be able to. And one of the things is, like you said, sometimes you will break even. You will have a time where you will go and buy the goods, you don't have profit, you just get the money back, but you still remain consistent. You
Yes,
still remain
consistency.
consistent. Business come with require consistency. You have to be determined. First of all, you want to
Yeah,
succeed. You want to
definitely.
succeed. You have to be determined. So I'm glad that you point that out. So let me ask, or let's say, I know you want to say something, Beauty, but let me ask a real estate uh, investor yet. So, so I have a question here concerning, like I said, right? Is there any tax benefit associated with real estate investment? Like, if you wanted to get into investment, are there any tax benefit associated with you investing into a real estate? Like, for instance, maybe, like, I'm convinced that all of the education you provided. Nah, okay, I have my late 10,000. I want to start up because you can start, like you said, you can start up with money or with no money. Okay, I get 10,000. I want to invest into a property. Are these, let's say investment, does it carry tax, does tax, is it tax, is there any tax benefit associated with you investing into real estate?
Thank you. That's a pretty good question right there. And you will find a lot of people do not even know, maybe close to maybe 95% of American that including Liberians, and don't even know that when you check it online right now, these are the reason why a lot of smart people get into real estate. A lot of business people. One is I think it's the second or third. I stand to be corrected. And reason the benefit of investing into real estate is tax break. We don't pay taxes, so I can make $400,000 a year and don't even pay even good $10,000 or good even five. I mean, let me even say five, maybe even three, because you know what? It's a tax write-off. So I can get all this money, and then at the end of the year, I just write it off. That's why everything I buy, I have to know that it's a write-off, and I include it in my business. I use my business debit card as a write-off. So, if you say, "Oh, Donald Trump paid, he made $20 million a year, but he paid only $700 in taxes." Jeff Bezos
That's a
do
very
this,
good example.
and it made, but these are it's not crime, but the layman don't even know that. But I myself are benefiting from I don't pay taxes in this country for almost 5-7 years. but I make good money. That's how I live. I don't do any other job than real estate. You know, and so a lot of tax benefit, a lot of tax break they give you. The reason is you provide services, and why you think Joe Biden made $2 million in real estate last year? He money there. Look, the thing is a clock, it's a susu, and that they make laws to protect themselves. But the layman, 99% thinking that the people laws. No, they make the law to protect themselves. They got apartment complex. They invested into real estate. Well, every one of them invested into real estate to protect themselves. So that we go in, take advantage, buy the house, and I can do everything and get chunky in my real estate portfolio and ready up at the end of the year.
Okay.
So thank you for go ahead,
just to expand on that a little bit though, is that more on the commercial side, or how can someone who is buying a home to live in, like a residential property, how do they benefit? How do they rent that off them? How do they benefit? What's the tax benefit to them buying a residential home for themselves? Not basically on the commercial side where they are buying to develop and resell.
No,
but where they are.
That's a two different things, because you buying to live in.
Mm-hmm.
I buying to get services.
Right.
So the government say, you know what, Octavia is providing services out there, and
right.
So we have to get incentive. And but you buying your house to live in. That's why a lot of people do not understand. And sometimes buying the houses to live in is a asset, but to me it's a liability, because anything that take money from your pocket is not an asset. You already know that. And you pay mortgage on your house, that's liability. You will say, oh, but I'm sleeping in it. But look at how much you're paying every single year, month for all these things. And so you will not get no tax, tax and benefit because you buy your house. You get a tax, when you file tax at the end of the year, and oh, I bought this thing, and you get that, but you will still pay taxes. But the man who just made close to $6, $7, $8, $10 million, he's not paying nothing. He read it off at the end of the year. It's all read off.
Right. Yeah. No, I kind of got that part very clear. I was just trying to see if the tax benefit is both ways, like it's for commercial people as well as people that are buying their residential product, like pretty much like that. Yeah.
No.
So if you're buying property to do business,
yes,
you stand to get more tax benefit.
Yes.
As to someone who is just buying a home to move in and live the rest of their life in there.
Thank you. Yes, 100% right.
Awesome.
So,
well, hey guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm just gonna come up by saying, Beauty, where you at?
I'm in Fargo, North Dakota.
All right. Well, happy International Women's Day, girl.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to say that. Ladies, I'm sorry for that.
And all the women out there, and can you believe we have the opportunity to come here and talk about business? Can you believe we are qualified to come on here and sell? Before we didn't have that opportunity, right? Can you believe the equality now that we have now that back then is, oh my God, can you believe that?
You're absolutely correct. By now we're in room, putting the kids to bed.
I'm telling you,
our
we didn't have no opportunity back then, but we have great women who were so strong and like, you know what, we got to do this. We got to stand up for ourselves
so we can walk.
Yes. So I'm really, really excited you on here to support yourself, and we are here to support you too as well.
Absolutely.
And being that we are, we talking about business right now.
Mm-hmm.
I am a massage therapist. I'm kind of trying to get out there, but it's kind of hard because, when you're starting the business, you're like, can I do this? Can I really do this? How am I supposed to do it? I'm doing it by myself. So it's really more to when it comes to business. I'm really glad you're on this show because I'm going to be buying some of that purse. I see all back there in that funnel.
You already see what you like, huh?
Yes.
So I know. And I just want to say something. When I was building my business page, I know like the massage thing you're doing, not to be racist or anything, but do not focus on our Liberian community
Oh my
just alone.
God. Do you know how many people have, oh my God, all my friends, they'd be like, oh Lulu, I don't do that. I don't get,
Exactly.
oh my skin. I'm like, oh my God. You're
So
just supposed to support me.
70% of my customers, they're black,
Right.
white
Right.
people that I do not know from anywhere. I swear
Right.
to God. White, black American people. The 15% is Liberian people. And of
Right.
course, I have to do every 2 weeks.
Right.
Every 2 weeks
They don't know
paycheck.
equality. They don't
Yeah.
know when it comes to business, you have to be part
So
of
it's
it.
hard. It's
Right.
hard.
So go ahead,
Yeah,
Rahim.
thank you to all of you for our viewer out there who watching the show on Facebook and YouTube. Welcome to the Rahim Show. I'm your host Ricky Ali, and I'm joined here by my two co-hosts, Francis Barlett and Lolo Smith, and we also have Josephine coming to call Beauty. She's here, her first appearance on the show.
Yeah, that's me.
She have talked about her business, and we will ask her more questions momentarily, and we'll also have our brother and friend, the investor,
Ask me about
the investor.
prices.
Tishos B. Gilman. He's a private, let's say, consultant. If you want to invest into the real estate and you don't know how to start, you can also follow his show on Facebook called The Community Class. He provides a lot of education when it comes to the investment
No.
area.
So
Oh,
And
okay.
then, yeah, go ahead. You wanted to say something?
I want to invest too, though. I want to buy a house and sell the house. Octavia, is that something that is easily done for me to do? Is it
So
something that
you
if I
say you
want to
want
buy
to
a house,
invest?
yeah, I want to be part of it. I want to, become a realtor. Is it something that I can just do, or I have to go to class for that, or what? How do I, go about doing it?
I want you to understand something here, Lolo. Realtor is different from the investing thing he talking about because those are people who you contact, like you want to buy a house, so he's very he's different from those kind of people. He's a private real estate investor consultant. If you need advice on how to purchase houses, I think he would.
But that's what I'm saying. How do
Yeah.
I go about doing that if I want to buy
Okay,
a house?
I think the question is,
Mm-hmm.
okay, you now you hear some of the good things about how you can invest, and you want
Mm-hmm.
to buy a house so that you can be able to sell, or you want to spend small money with somebody else who, like for instance, somebody says, okay, bring 30,000, I bring 30,000, let's buy the house and be able to fix it and sell it, right? And that's the question, right? Okay, Otavius, can you answer that question, please?
Okay, so I just want to get her right. And
Yeah.
yeah, what
So
actually?
you are a advisor on what are you again? Can you go ahead and you
Okay,
tell me what are you?
okay,
What are you?
I'm not an agent. I'm a private real estate investor,
Yeah.
Okay.
and I also teach um um um
Financial literacy.
yeah, financial literacy online.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you want to invest into real estate, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
That mean that you want to buy and flip, you want to buy and put right
That's
down in
my
this.
question. That's what
Yeah,
I asked. If
yeah.
I now want to buy a house,
Mhm.
how can I go about doing that? How can you help me to go about doing that?
Yeah, and we just have to have a conversation on how much you got, and then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and man, you pay me, and then we take it from there.
Okay. Okay. That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
So
Lulu, don't tell her how much you get in your account
yeah
here.
he
We don't
Oh
want
he
nobody coming
man,
to your
I
he
got
he
about
he,
shoot.
he usually charge for the good education and advices for small money.
Okay.
He doesn't he do it for just to get to
You
know
know what?
a lot
Let
of
him
people and help.
speak. I
Yeah.
need you to speak. I need you to tell me what do you really do because let's say I want to buy a house now. During this time, right? Things is hard. If I want to buy a house now, how much can you tell me, Lulu, you need to save to buy a house? How much?
Okay, I want you to get a pen and paper, and like I always say
Mhm.
on my show,
I got my notepad.
and I want everybody to take that when I go out there and I go to
Mm-hmm.
different community Ghanaian, and they pay me to go and teach these things. So
Mm-hmm.
okay, little right now. if
Mhm.
you give me, or if you have $90,000, that's 67.
Mhm.
You can quit your job and never work in this country for the rest of your life. And
Okay.
this how we're gonna do it. So I said, Lulu, now you got $90,000. I don't care where you get it from. Just find 90.
Right.
And you say, Octavia, I got your 90. Yes,
Mhm.
I will take $5,000. I will give
Mhm.
it to an agent that you will never see, you will never talk to, and that will
Mhm.
be an agreement between you and I. That agent will work for you for the rest of your life as long as you're in that business, but you will never deal with her. You will never talk to her. The reason is it's an inside job. What they do is they lower the prices
Mhm.
on the house.
Mhm.
So you give me the now we got 85, huh? We already
Right.
took a five. It's gone. It's not coming
Right.
back.
Right.
So they we take a $60,000
Okay.
and go buy a distressed property. That means it's beat up and
Right.
no good
Right.
yet. But my first priority now, I'm working for you. You pay me. So now my first priority is to look for the location.
Right.
I need a nice location. If the
Whereas
house
there's
is
no flaws, nothing. There's
no,
no one
I don't
flaw
care.
there.
No, I don't care about that. I just need the location should be good. Whether the house is messed up, that's fine.
Mhm.
Run down, that's fine. But the location, number one. The
Mhm.
second thing I want to look for
Mhm.
is the plumbing. I want to look at the plumbing. If the plumbing is good, then the third thing is bricks. I don't need no trees in the backyard to affect my plumbing line. So,
Okay.
so I do that. So I take $60,000 and buy the house.
Mhm.
I'm using the other 25 to fix it. Your house going up now to what? To maybe 150, huh?
Mhm.
Okay. You got how much in the house? You got $60,000 equity in the house. So am I right?
Right.
Okay. So I said, okay, look, this is what we're gonna do. It's a 3-bedroom house. You're making almost close to $1,800 a month in tenants. We find a tenants, put that in the house, $1,800 a month. So I'm gonna tell you, little. The first thing, do not fall in love with your property, because a lot of your property will be fine. It will be finer than the one you live in. When we finish fixing it, do not fall in love with it. So what we're gonna do is your rent coming in is $1,800 a month. We're gonna do a home equity line of credit. We, we, we're not doing a refinance. So we're gonna so a home equity.
Beauty, can you get on mute while you get a background?
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, no problem.
It's okay. Mhm.
So we're gonna do a home equity line of
Just
credit. So
hit the mic. Just hit the mic. That something go
She
over the
got it.
mic.
She got it.
yeah,
Shimmy.
so home equity line of credit, they will give you
Mhm.
85% of the value of the house.
Of the
So there
house.
you get,
Mhm.
yeah, you spend 90, now you got a house that worth 150,000, no mortgage. And
Right. And that.
you got tenants in the house that paying you $1,800 a month.
Mhm.
So now we're going to do the home equity line of credit. We're not doing refinance. That's why everybody know. No, we're not doing it. So home equity line of credit will give you 85% of the value of the house. So let's assume they give you 120. Huh?
Mhm.
They give you 120 cash, and they say you will be paying us $1,000 a month. You got your $1,000 cash. I mean $120,000 cash in your pocket,
Mhm.
and you got $1,800 coming to you, and you got your house. Am I right?
Right.
And the bank, Chase Bank, give you 120, and Chase Bank said we're just gonna hold the house as a collateral, but there's a credit card with 120 sitting on it. But just pay $1,000 a month. You got $1,800 coming. Who paying that? Who paying Chase Bank every month? And that your tenants?
Right.
Your
Right.
tenant give you 1,800. You take out $1,000 from there and give it to Chase Bank, and you coming home with
With it.
what? $800 every month, eh?
Mhm.
But you still got 120. So the 120, you take out $40,000.
Mhm.
You take out 30 and give me the
Mhm.
90 back.
Mhm.
But you got a house, but you
Mhm.
got $30,000 that you just in your pocket, and we go and do the same thing again
For another house.
for another house.
Okay.
So tell me now, That 30,000, if you do it 3 times, that's the money somebody make in a year. Am I
Okay.
lying? In this
Okay.
country. You
It
see?
make a lot of sense.
So,
Yeah.
so now, if you do 2 houses, it paying for your mortgage where you sleep right now.
Mm-hmm.
Am I lying? So while you sleep, somebody pay your mortgage. So you see how? So I changed your entire life now, just from that $90,000.
Okay.
So
It
that's
is definitely an interesting business to be part of. Definitely interesting business to be part
Because let's just imagine if you were to do that with 4 houses, right?
thank
of.
you.
Ooh,
And then all of those houses, the tenants are bringing the 1,800 for mortgage, and
Yes.
right.
then you're paying the bank $1,000 for all of those 4 houses, $1,000 each. That's 4,000.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So 8 times 4 will be the money coming back to you every month.
Just for
Yes.
you.
That's
That's gonna
36.
be your own money.
Oh,
Yeah,
money. Yes.
yeah.
Oh,
That
You get
that
that.
3,000. I think $3,600 coming in your
Yeah,
pocket
3,600 coming to
ooh,
you
while you
ooh.
sleep.
every month. Chill. You're not working
And
for it.
and and let me add something there. Don't forget now, you got 4 houses that over
Mm-hmm.
time, now the house will be paid for just for
Oh,
$90,000. That's how I live. I started with somebody money
okay,
I,
okay.
with OPM, you know. So right now I can come to my friend Ricky and say, Rick, man, you got $240,000 sitting down. You do none of it in your bank, and you know every morning, all you do just look at it and you feel that you reached. So Lulu, you got 230 that you do nothing with it, and you know you and Ricky, you please Lumi, Ricky, give me the 40, and in 1 year time, I will give you 10 grand.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Lulu, you got
Mm.
230 grand sitting down in your handbag, nothing doing with it, in your
Hey,
401k, just 5 taxes.
praying
Can
for
you
that
give me
to
that
happen.
30? I will
Mm-hmm.
give you 7 grand in one
Mm-hmm.
year time. That's 70 grand. Huh? The
Mm-hmm.
70 grand right there. I'm going to take that 70 grand and go and buy a distressed property
Right.
for what? For what? For $65,000
Okay.
and clean it up and bullet it. If I say bullet it, cover the window with plywood and
Renovate.
go and sell it because I want to
Oh.
reach around close to $90,000. So I'm going to sell it now to get $15,000 quick profit to investor like me.
Mm-hmm.
To investor like me. So when I get my quick $15,000, that and I just want 90.
Mm-hmm.
And then I start the same way. So now you see how I just use your money to lay. That's what I call OPM. Other
Okay.
people money.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Thank you for the education. For our folks out there who are following the show on Facebook and YouTube, thank you for watching the show. We are here to provide more information when it comes to how to start business. And then also we have a private real estate consultant here to provide a lot of information for some of you who are planning to buy homes, houses. Somebody asked a question on Facebook and said, how much do they need in order to buy a house? How much do they really need? I know that most of the time, there is a specific amount, that they said 20, maybe 20%, depending on what the bank is requesting for, for a down payment. But they're asking how much do they really need? Maybe for instance, if they have good credit but they don't have that much money, how much do they really need, or should they really put down payment, or so what would be your advice, Octavius? I'm going to come
Yeah,
to Beauty to ask her some question, but let's just address that question before I ask Beauty.
yeah, that question is vague. So you can say, how much do they need to buy a house? What type of house are they talking about? Investment or residential?
Right.
Okay, yeah, you're right, because we mentioned it before. They are talking about house, for personal, stay,
Okay,
like
thank you.
not
So,
investment. Yeah.
personal, I can also save a lot of people on that. So if you
Okay.
say personal, and 9 out of 10 people in this country, more especially our community, do not have that exact down payment, but they love the baby houses, and they don't even know that if you don't, because if you buy a $400,000 house, you need a 20% down. The 20% down is about $80,000. Do you have that $80,000? That $80,000 excluding, not even add the closing costs. Do you have it? No. So That way, you will end up getting PMI. It's called private mortgage insurance,
Okay.
and you don't want that. So if they were to contact me and say, "Look, you know what, Josephine said, look, Octavia, I want to buy a house." I said, Josephine, why do you want to buy a house? But you know what, Octavia, help me. I charge Josephine my fees and say, do you need my advice, or you just want me to answer to you again? No, I need your advice. The first thing I want to know, but Josephine, how many kids do you have? Josephine said, look, I got 2 kids. Josephine, how old are you? Josephine said, I'm 40. You and your husband and 2 kids, that's 4. You're looking at almost close to 3 bedrooms. Okay. Now, Josephine, how much you make? Josephine said, I make 150. How much your husband make? 150. How much y'all want spent on this house? 400,000. Josephine, y'all cannot afford it. But Josephine, looking at her income, she and her husband got $300,000. Today it's a huge money. I think y'all can't afford a house. Why we can't afford it? Y'all need $80,000 down payment, and just the 20%. Do y'all have it? 9 out of 10? No. A lot of people do not have that. So what the bank will do?
Let me ask one more thing, right? I know
Yeah.
a lot of people don't have that down payment like you're saying, right? But there is a first-time home buyer benefit. I don't know whether it's something real or it's just something because I saw that like Maryland has a first-time home buyer where they offer you like up to 20 grand to assist in the down payment. How real is that? Are you aware of that?
Yes, 100% real. Some state, a lot of states offer that. What they do is it's an incentive. To you, it's free. It's not free.
Oh,
That
so I
money,
want to ask that. So you pay back?
yes,
Is it
but
like a loan? Is it like
no,
a okay?
no,
So it's totally different.
yes, it's not
Okay.
a loan. They will give it to you,
Mm-hmm.
but nothing free in this country. What they will
Exactly.
not tell you is loan nothing. They will just say, oh, you know what, Lulu, when it's your first time, that what they say
Mm-hmm.
first time, your
Mm-hmm.
primary home. It didn't say your second home because me, I'm not qualified for it because they will say, how you got 7 houses, then you talking about your primary?
Yeah.
No.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so yeah, you're not qualified. They do it is they want people what to buy these houses. They want
Okay.
people to. So it means that because the people know when they give you 15,000, they're
Mm-hmm.
making that money in less than 2 or 3 years time. But
Mm.
the money you pay because you're buying pin, you're buying ketting, you're buying date, you buy the money go back in the economy.
Okay.
So you look at it at that. So a lot of states offer first time home buyer and they will say 20% down
Assistant,
payment.
yeah.
Yeah, or they will say they will give you all, it depending on the house you buy. That fine print will always be there, depending on the house you get. Or they will tell you, say, we'll give you $15,000
So is
on
it
your
okay
down
to
payment.
take? Is it okay to take that money?
Oh,
Is it
yeah,
okay?
take everything, but I just want you to know at the back of your mind, it's
You
not free.
you okay? Okay. That's what
Yeah,
I thought. Okay.
yeah, and so
So
nothing like free money.
do you pay that money back with interest like they
No, no,
uh,
no, 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 no.
okay,
You
but
don't pay it
I
back with
think
interest.
it's a very good opportunity to take advantage of for first time home buyer because if you're just taking the money and not paying interest, and how long does that money run over to be repaid?
No, okay. It's just that when Trump was giving all the 1,500, they were giving your money,
Yeah.
You mean this? They didn't give you for the stimulus check?
I will not
You said
qualify for it. No. Yes,
So
I will not.
I got
so
very.
we want to get stimulated. You didn't get.
Yeah, no, you
No,
still giving y'all that money. You got
yeah,
some of the money too, right? All
no,
right.
no, no.
Sorry.
I ain't get some. They say I ain't qualified. So
Really? Okay,
yeah,
go
No,
ahead. I'm
you
sorry.
Tasha, don't say that because
Also, the stimulus though, they have
the
people
man
that
have
never
five
qualify
kids.
for it.
That man have 5 kids. You might not say
That
that.
is not. I don't believe you though.
no, it
Oh,
come down on your tax on the amount you made. It's just a
Really? Oh, okay.
it's just a full thing. So
Princess. So
do you
that
make more
mean
than 200,000?
all four y'all. We not rich. Or he rich,
Hold,
not
hold
rich
on
man.
one
Whatever.
second.
Because he get the money.
Lolo, 1 second, please.
Sorry.
My brother, Mr. Do you make more than 200,000? Because I know that when you make certain amount of money, then they won't consider you. But the kids actually receive money, not you. But if you
that who
say that
taking care
no,
of the kids? That who taking care of the kids?
yeah, but with your 5 kids, is your wife working too, making the same
No,
money?
no, my wife
Okay,
don't work.
yeah, but they also look
Oh.
at the size of your family too, because if the size of your family too, they will have to look at, because if two-person who doesn't have kids make 150 and 150, then they make more money. Then with
Then they
that,
can get it.
with that they can get it. But you
Oh.
with 5 kids, even if you making the money and the thing decide to upset you, your kids will actually get it, because why? The thing is intended to help, a family who, your family is already large. You guys are 6, because with 5 kids and you are already large. So with you making, as well, you make more than 200,000 or 5, maybe you're making $500,000. So we
Oh
know
my,
that.
you just put it out like that. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
let me.
Go
Sorry.
ahead.
I come across that question a lot, and
Yeah.
I try to, people who I try to dodge that question. And I gotta be honest and not answer it. But those who smart, we get it, and that's why a lot of my property are in trust. The reason why on those who put our property in trust, for people to not know how much we worth, because right now you can go on Google and say, in the state of Michigan, and say OBG Real Estate Developer Company. You will see exactly, if I can give you 3 of my houses right now address. That tell you right there, you will know exactly how much I worth. You'll be like, whoa, okay. If you know how much 3 of my houses cost or 2 of my houses cost, you already determine, as a smart person, you already determine how much I want, because all these houses paid for. I'm not paying mortgage on it. So right there, you say, oh, okay, hold on. Is this the guy we're talking about? So I don't like to go into that. But like you saying, Donald Trump get 10 children. Then Donald Trump qualify for food stamp because he get 10 children?
No,
Not necessarily.
no.
Thank you.
That's
Not
not the point.
necessarily.
That's not the point. I know. Anyway, I know where you're driving at, but it's okay that you don't have to say that. So, but let me just ask. Let's say Beauty, are you there? Oh, look at Beauty, her life.
No, she's
Okay,
there. She's right there. Beauty, you gotta
Beauty,
unmute. Yeah.
I'm
can you?
here.
Okay, can you unmute yourself? Okay, I wanted to ask another question. I know you just joined the show, and you're always welcome to be part of the show. I mean, to share your business. I mean, a lot of people out there want to know, some of the things you sell, and
Absolutely.
I guess somebody who just flipped through Facebook might want to know, what are some of the products you sell? How do they, get in touch with you? And if you have a page for them to follow. I like the way you honestly said that some of the things you sell are not original, they are replica, of the
Not
original product. So I would like for you to use that word instead of you saying fake, because sometimes people, yeah,
she just
people
being
tend,
real. I
yeah,
mean, we're in the real world, so she just gotta
It
be
people
is
tend,
real.
replica, so
yeah,
you have to say it because some
Yeah.
people
They
you
don't
will, for
understand.
example,
okay. Can you show us some of the? Go ahead.
you will sell someone this Gigi
Gucci,
carry-on
yeah.
bag.
That
Okay.
look real though.
Yep, there is absolutely no difference. The quality is so good. And you will sell it for $75, and then someone will be like, I bought a bag from her and it's not real. This is $1,700 and you're paying $75 and you
It
expect it
still
to
look
be
the
real.
same.
It's definitely not gonna be real. So um these are some of the
You
bags
know,
that
you
I
know, it is
have.
important.
This
It
one
is
is
imp- it is imp-
$75. I
Beauty.
also
It
do
is important.
have
It is important for
some
me to point out
LV,
here. Yeah, Beauty. It is important for me to point out
which is
here
the
because
same.
I've been in
This one
business
is $70.
before, and
I do
some of the
have
things.
some large
She's just
Chanel's
looking. Mm-hmm.
for
All right.
75. They do come in their boxes. I
That's
also
nice.
do have
That's nice.
crossbody bags.
That's
I
Mm-hmm.
have
nice.
water bottles.
That's
Like
nice. That's nice.
the
That's nice.
standard bottle, but mine's come in designer as well.
Okay.
And these are $35 only.
Wow.
I do have sunglasses. I'm gonna open one. Fendi. Okay.
Yeah.
So like the sunglasses, they comes like in the box. They comes
Okay,
with
so
the
you
wiper. They
just
comes
showing
with the
us right now what
card.
you got.
Yep, I just want to show you guys like a preview what I have.
Okay.
Okay.
And This is a Fendi one.
And how much you sell the sunglasses? Do you have some for male?
Yep, I have male sunglasses. They are $30. And
Okay,
then when I'm
so
shipping out with the box,
okay.
it's a $8.50. Just one is $8.50 shipping. More than one is $13 shipping.
So $8.50 to ship one sunglasses, right?
Yes, just because the shipping cost starts from $6.
Okay.
So anything I'm
So
shipping
That
upward.
is fair. That is
so
fair.
where do you ship from though?
Where do I ship from?
Where you at?
I ship from Fargo.
Not
I
Dequata.
live in Fargo.
Oh, I'm in Fargo too. I live in Fargo, so
Yeah.
Oh
Ah,
yeah, I
Yeah,
ship from
okay.
Fargo.
friends that live in Fico too. So
I live in West Fargo.
yeah.
So I usually I do drop offs, I do pickups. So these are Gigi ones, these are purple, and I have accessories, I have hairbands, I have travel bags up there. You can reach me at Luxury Queens. So the word
Luxury.
luxury and then Queens. That's
On
Okay.
my
Facebook.
Facebook group page. As soon as you send in the request, I approve you, and then you're part of the group. You can pay through PayPal, Cash App, Zelle, Venmo. Um, yeah, and shipping is the next day. It's 3 to 4 business days if we do not have snow,
Okay.
which of course we have every time. And again, if you live in Fargo, I do drop ups and also I do pickups. You can pick up from my house as well. But yeah,
So you
that's just
are you beauty with a TEE?
With a TEE, yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. I got you.
So once you click on there, you will see I did a post this morning and I tagged my group, my 2 pages in there as well.
Okay.
So you should be able to see. I'm going live tomorrow on my group page. My first group is like 1,000 plus members in there, and then the second one I'm just building is like 100 members. So there'll be a live sale tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central Time.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for providing the information. I just wanted to point out that, like you said, some of the products have different classes, and I'm glad that you were able to point out that your product is this
They're
class because
all
the actual,
grade A.
yeah,
They're
yeah,
fake, but they're grade A. Like, go on my page, you see me. I dressed up very well, and I wear these things myself. I would like
I
to
mean, that's what
wear
we
what
all
I
do.
sell.
That's what
yeah.
everybody's
That's
doing
Okay,
yep.
talk
That's
this
what
second.
inspired me to
until
sell
you
it
can't
too,
fold it.
because I love to get dressed. So why not, use my little dressing talent to sell out,
Right.
and
Right.
this is my full-time job now. Like he was
Uh,
Okay.
saying, the realtor or
Invest.
however he is,
no,
or
he's a,
Octavia.
Taylor was saying,
yeah,
business pays. If you're good at what you're doing, you can definitely make it your full-time job, and at the end of the day, maybe employ more people. So
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
yeah, come
yeah,
and
yeah. Yeah.
patronize me
I think.
tomorrow. I'll be going live, showing you all of those nice things.
Okay, so I wanted to come to
Definitely.
that where you will share your number to our viewer out there, how they can get in touch with you, how they can contact you, what are your page so that they can follow. Because somebody might be flipping through Facebook right now and they see you talking about these product and they admire these product and they want to get some. So how do they get in touch with you? How do they contact you? How do they reach out to you? And what is your page or your live page that once you follow?
So just send me a message. I know when we're not friends, it goes to the spam. I always check my spam. My personal Facebook name is Beauty, Beautee. There is a dash,
Underscore.
Love.
Mm-hmm.
There is also a dash, SAAH.
Okay.
So Beauty Love Sa.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then my
I,
business
I I know I know
page,
Beauty Love Side. I know that one for real. Beauty Love Side. I know
So you
your
have
your
two
husband in the side.
pages? You
So
have two page?
I have one, and
Okay.
then I have 2 groups.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
like I said earlier, I had to create a Facebook group for my Facebook lives, but you can also contact me on my personal page. I
Okay.
actually do take orders through my personal messengers. So you
Okay.
can text me on there. If you do not want to wait for the live, you can also screenshot whatever you see that you like, send it straight to my inbox. I check it all the time. And I
Okay.
will just send you your total, give you the prices of what you want, very reasonable, give you your shipping cost right away, and give you my payment methods as well.
Okay.
Okay. That sounds good.
Definitely.
So I think we've been here for an hour and 45 minutes from what I see. My screen is telling me. We had an awesome time with real estate, consultant who always is available to give his advice to people who want to, get into real estate investment and also want to look up for property. And one of the best advice he can be able to provide for them. He worked for himself too. He been in the business for 9 years. From our first meeting with him, he said that. So he's somebody who have vast experience. If you are wanting to buy a house out there and take advantage of this, he has a personal class. He provide financial literacy, and during that class, he provide a lot of information. So it's always good to reach out. And then also, it's a pleasure to have you here today, Beauty, and to share your business with
Thank
us.
you.
I think we have a special, day where you will come live, just to, tell more about your business so that people can get to know you well, out there, because it's always good to market yourself in different platforms.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
we are happy to have you, and we want to wrap up our show to our viewer out there. And thanks for always following the show. Thanks for
Thank
your
you.
time. Thanks for your comment. I
Can
saw
I
so
can I
many
ask one
comments.
question? Can I
And
ask one
yeah,
question?
go ahead, ask your last question because we want to wrap up.
Octavia, what is your name on Facebook?
Octavia's Octavia
So
Bestman.
basically,
Give
the way
my
your name's spelled right now.
yeah.
Yeah, Octavia Bestman Gilman. Yep.
Okay. Okay. Awesome. Okay.
Okay. All right. All
Thank
right. So
you.
All
thank
right.
you all.
Thank you, Reiki.
Thank
Once
you all for
again, thank
tuning
you,
in.
everyone.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you for taking of your time. At least I know we are 1 hour or 2 hour ahead of you, or you are 1 hour ahead of us. I don't know, but
No, you
Yeah,
are
Me
Ricky.
and my
1 hour
friends,
ahead
me
of
and
Ricky.
me.
friends said,
Yeah, Ricky.
yeah.
And let me say this. And thank you to your your audience, and your I know for giving me the time. When I did my first appearance on your platform, I had two clients, and
Okay.
"Oh
and
wow,
I
that's
read it, and,
awesome."
and that's almost that's around close to $3,200. So I want to say thank you for that.
Okay.
So I appreciate that a lot. And so if you're out there, if you're thinking about investing, you can start from $500. You can start from $5,000,
Yeah.
like in Airbnb, and so you can and just do it. And
Okay.
so I all my brothers and sisters, you know just believe in yourself that you can make it, and and then seek the help.
That's right.
And
Hmm.
so thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I really appreciate you coming out, to say that too as well, because I mean that is why we are here to help, promote one another, as Liberian, because we want to see everybody succeed, and that's what the whole Life Talk business is about. It's designed to just help, people who want to get into business, people who want to also seek, investment advice, and that's why we have you here. So we are glad that you said that, and we're hoping that some of the information that you provide, people who are watching can take advantage and and make maximum use of this information. So thank you all once again to our audience out there. Thank you for being a part of our show. Always like the podcast, share and make some comment, and we highly appreciate that. So folks, that's how we come to the end. Beauty, it's always good to have you. Come back
Thank
so we can
you.
have a good time. So you can explain more about your business. But I mean, this was your first appearance, and I'm glad you were able to say all that people wanted
Thank
to know
you.
out there. And then Francie and Lolo, thanks for always being here. Um, it is a pleasure,
Thank
pleasure having all
you.
of you.
Thank you for being the head. Thank you for
Yes.
starting this. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, we want to wrap up because we all got work to do tomorrow and other things, So we don't want to stay here all
I'm
along. It's
not
already
working
late.
tomorrow though.
I know
I'm
you.
off. I'm totally off. So if y'all can stay all day, we can go. If you're trying to go, you can go. Leave us on. Let me stop.
Have a good
Uh,
night.
good
All
night,
right,
guys. Good night. Yeah,
Beauty.
See you
I'm coming to
hopefully
get
on
my
live
pocketbook.
tomorrow,
No,
Lulu.
no.
Okay,
I'm
we'll
going to
follow
get my
you. We'll follow
pocketbook.
you.
I'm
All right,
coming.
guys.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Bye bye.
Well, folks, that was all we have for our show tonight. We thank you for always being part of the show. Thank you for your comment, your support to the Rahim Show. We highly appreciate you coming, tuning in and be a part of the show. Stay blessed and always be the change you want to see. Good night.